Hello and welcome to this Dyson Vortex clean and repair video. I've got a Dyson DC53 and I'm going to show you how I actually took the whole thing completely apart. There's no electrics in this bit of the Hoover, so there's no risk of any sort. I did that because normal cleaning doesn't remove the internal dust that builds up inside the internal parts of the Vortex assembly. Now, unfortunately, these are extremely difficult to access, and even if you put it in the sink and wash the whole thing out, this dust is very, very difficult to remove and it collects. Obviously, as the dust builds up, it reduces the efficiency of your vacuum quite a lot until the point of failure. Talking about failure, there's also a foam gasket in there that can fail, but it's easily fixable for a circa £5. If you're continually getting a high pitch noise from your vacuum, chances are it's this gasket has ruptured and is letting excess vacuum out. Okay, so we're going to look at how to disassemble and thoroughly clean and repair your vacuum. So first of all, with my vacuum cleaner, you need to press this button to release the bin. The bin should lift off as the handle pops up. The bin should just remove straight off, and the bin actually has the Vortex on top, that red section. Once the bin's removed, it should look like this. You need to lift out and remove the filter from the top. The waste bin is attached to the Vortex with some tabs. You see the two tabs there circled in yellow. Opposite to that, behind the red lever is a retaining button. You need to push the red lever up and out of the way, and you depress the button, and it should allow the clear bin to be just pivot and be removed. Once it's removed, the bin should look like this. You can see the little button there more clearly, but this picture I'm really trying to show you the black sealing ring around the bin and the Vortex assembly. The orientation of the seal is like that. It should basically point upwards, and there is a relief notch around that sort of button mounting point. The seal should just pull straight out of its position, and then you've got the mesh. Then you need to take off. There's some plastic mesh on the Vortex assembly, and that's actually located just with tabs. You actually just get a lever or a screwdriver underneath there and leave the bin away from the main assembly. I'd start with this larger tab, as I've pointed in the video there. Start with that, and it's very easy to lift off. Should look like this. Then you should be able to see some torque screws all the way around the perimeter of the Vortex. You need to get a torque screwdriver, take those out, remove them all. Then the section should lift off like this. You'll notice this point, this is after I've cleaned it. It's a little bit more difficult to see the torque screws once it's dirty, but I thought I'd show you the pictures of a clean version. But when you take this off, there's going to be dust everywhere, so be prepared to do this job somewhere where you can easily clean up. It's not going to make too much of a mess. The black dome, then, that should just lift straight off. It's not fastened or connected in any way securely. It should look something like this. Then deep inside, you should be able to see some torque screws, and this again is difficult when it's all dirty. The dust will be covering all these torque screws in the bottom. Once you've cleaned it out, you should be able to see them, something like this. As I say, it's very difficult when it's dusty. You need to clean them out thoroughly to make sure you don't round off the torque screws. Once you've done that, this will make the job very, very difficult. Once you've done that, the red top should come loose and come away. Once it's separated, you should have a view like this, and you can start to see the gasket. The foam gasket is the bit that's located there. That actually just lifts straight off. And as I say, if that's ruptured or torn, you can just buy them fairly simply off eBay. Then looking at the red section now, it's got a white, several white plastic parts in this. The central ring should lift straight out. It might be a little bit tight, but it will come out. Be careful not to break it. Then the white section underneath then should also just lift off its location pins. The view from the top looks like this. So that's basically everything taken apart, the whole thing. And you can then wash them all. As I say, this is the clean version. I didn't really want to show you the dirty version. It's a bit embarrassing. There's dust everywhere. As I say, this is what it looked like. And you can imagine it. I'd actually had that in the sink and tried to wash it externally lots and lots of times, but didn't even touch this internal dust. And it did improve this suction quite a bit once I've done this. If you want to repair the foam, as I say, you can get the foams on eBay or the internet. There's circa £9.99. It's nothing particularly special. It's just some rubber foam that's been cut out. It's not necessarily a Dyson OEM part. Hopefully that helps you. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, comment, share and subscribe for more how-to videos.